Through newly filed court documents, we're getting a better picture of how the FBI identified Des Moines man Doug Jensen as part of the U.S. Capitol riots on January 6, 2021. Doug Jensen's defense team wants statements he made to law enforcement and evidence seized from his phone suppressed from his trial. The prosecution opposes this, saying Jensen made the statements voluntarily and consented to a search of his phone, and this information should be used in court. In the new court documents, prosecution says Jensen went to D.C. to participate in the riots. He is considered one of the first rioters in the building, seen here on this video, chasing a Capitol officer up a staircase. We've shown you this several times before. So here's the timeline the documents lay out after this. Now, January 7th, the day after the riot, Jensen received several text messages that he was all over the national news. That day, tips began coming into the FBI and media about Jensen's identity. Agents saw Jensen's public Facebook page where he posted about his experience in the riot. Jensen drove home to Iowa from D.C. and said his phone was blowing up. On January 8th, at his wife's encouragement, Jensen voluntarily went to the police department and said he was probably wanted. At this point, there was no warrant, and the FBI had not opened a formal investigation. Des Moines police notified the FBI. Agents came, told Jensen it was a voluntary interview. The documents say he agreed to that. During the interview, Jensen said he threw away his career and family to follow, quote, Q and President Trump. Jensen told the agents he wanted to be at the front of the riot mob so he could be the poster boy. Agents say Jensen gave them access to his phone to make copies of data. Jensen also admitted to agents that his political beliefs were, quote, a little bit out there, and some of his friends and family thought he was crazy. That interview lasted, the documents say, about 2 hours. The agents then drove Jensen home. Later that evening, they arrested him. At least 6 Iowans have been charged for their alleged connection and involvement in the insurrection. Doug Jensen is facing 7 charges. Leo Kelly recently received a new federal charge, which carries up to 20 years in prison if found guilty.